Integrity Capital video for the mentor sheet. This is what will happen for the loan associate every week with your manager. So I just want to talk through this a little bit with you. So the first quadrant that we're going to spend some time on, well, first of all, you want to put the week up here so that it's logged and we understand which time period we're talking about, from Monday to Friday. Down here in the first quadrant on the upper left, metrics, we're going to really monitor a couple things that are super important, which is activities. So total touches, that is the outbound intentional touches you're going to make to generate new opportunities. That generally is going to be 20 to 25 per day, 5 days a week. That you'll be reaching out to potential clients, potential referral sources, etc. So you want to put the total amount in here for the week. It's a numerical number. Total inquiries, this is any and all opportunities that are verbally requested to you or via email for a new loan opportunity. Whether that's direct or indirect, from a direct source or indirectly. You want to put the amount in this field here for the week. The total QL is qualified leads. This is what happens when something is finally converted to phase 2. A fee agreement has been issued and has been signed. So when you have QL, that is a signed, converted, ready to go to phase 2 item, so that'll be numerical. And obviously any dead deals that you have that didn't make it are going to be logged here as well. So if they were closed out for multiple reasons, you will put this here. So dead deals is also going to be anything that got kicked out of phase 2 for some reason. You'll log that in there, as well as something that got moved to a dead status for numerous reasons from an inquiry. Could be that the deal didn't make sense, could be that you're not comfortable working with the borrower, could be the timing, etc., or they never called you back, or you lost a competition. Whatever that is, you just put the numerical amount here, and we'll obviously track more later. On the second section we're going to go through when we meet and mentor with your manager is what I call the contact approach. So this is just talking about when you're making interaction with the particular client. We want to talk about a couple things. First of all, going to your contact sheet, which we'll talk about in another video. Who are you calling? Who specifically are you calling? What kinds of people? What industries? Who are they? We just want to start to understand and track that so we can see if there's a pattern and if things need to change. The talking points is, what are you saying when you're calling them? What is the conversation like? What's your tone like? How are you engaging them? What value are you offering them? We call this CPIG. It's kind of a funny acronym, but we'll talk about that in another video. But what value are you offering them? And we're constantly looking to add more value to clients. So we want to talk about that. What questions are you asking to them? And can there be better questions that we can ask? Questions are powerful. Are you pressing for H3 referral relationships? So are you asking them for a sale? Are you asking them for relationships? Are you being assertive in that way? So this is the contact approach. We'll coach a little bit on that. Then we're going to talk about culture review. Culture it's really everything in our firm. So we're going to spend a lot of time on this too, or reasonable, I should say. How are you doing as a servant? We have the Christ model, as others are more important. As how can you grow? How are you with honesty? It's a good question to ask every week. How are you at being candid but gracious with clients? How are you using creating in our systems? How are you with excelling at finishing, following through? How is your peace of mind, and then how can we give more peace of mind to clients? Updates on the gospel we'll give you, and then updates on pouring out for the poor and disenfranchised, which is part of our culture. And then the final one is just growth education. So we're always going to be asking you to read, to grow, to get more information. So what are you currently reading, and how are you actually applying it? Because it's one thing to gather information, but it's one thing to apply. So what are you reading, and how are you applying it so that it becomes something from your head to your heart to your hands? Down here, these are just notes and suggestions that we'll go through. So if there's things that your manager wants you to work on, then we're going to press really hard into that and make notes here. And then obviously we'll sign off on it at the end of the week. So that is your weekly review Integrity Capital Loan Associate Mentor Sheet.